Fire in the hole! Let's whip up some Crawfish Bisque. Please, stay tuned. Okay, the pot's on the fire. We got to move it over the hot fire. We're gonna make a roux to begin with. See if you can see that. So you make my roux. We're gonna make this roux is gonna be a light roux. So we're gonna make it with butter. And I'm gonna throw one whole stick of butter in the pot. Get that melted up. And I want to tell you the reason I'm making this, I mean aside from the fact that I love it, there's a restaurant down the street, and we went there the other day and got some Crawfish Bisque, and it wasn't good. There was hardly any meat in it. Well, there was no meat in it. There was one crawfish in it, and no meat, and it was as thin as coffee. That was the consistency of it. So anyway, I'm going to whip up a roux here, and you've seen me do this before, but I'll just recap it real quick for you. I'm going to use butter because I want a light roux. I need to move my camera where you can see into that pot. But I got some Wonder flour, which is good flour. It dissolves quickly and easily and completely. And we're just going to melt that butter down in that pot and throw some flour in there as soon as the butter's melted. There we go with the flour. Equal part flour and butter, and then cook that up. You got to continuously stir that so that it doesn't become burnt. You don't want to burn your roux. That would be bad. Want a nice light roux. The roux's already pretty much at the color that I want. I wonder if you can see that. Yeah, I think you can. Anyway, it's already at the color that I want. You just want to cook it to get that floury taste out of it. Get that butter all melted up. Hey, like my spoon. It's very quiet, isn't it? And we'll just cook that down a bit. Now when you get ready to stop the roux from cooking, which we're almost at the point of, what we'll do is throw in a whole minced onion, and that'll stop it from cooking. We could also move it off the fire at this point if we wanted to, but we need to clarify that onion, so we might as well just go ahead and leave it on the hot fire. And the onion stops the roux from cooking. The roux is a thickening agent for our soup, so we're going to get our onion cooked up, and I'll bring you right back and show you the rest of this. It's real easy, real quick, so please stay tuned. Okay, I got my camera where you can see down in the pot, and the onions have been cooking down a bit, and the roux is getting good and cooked in there. It's not any darker than it was, so we're going to add some seasoning to that. I got some Slap Your Mama. You might want to use salt if you don't have any Slap Your Mama. So I put some Slap Your Mama in there, and some Cajun, not Cajun, but cayenne pepper. Calls for a teaspoon. I put about 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper because I like it hot. Stir that up in there. Then we're going to add some chicken stock to that. About, I'm not sure how much, just some chicken stock. A bit of chicken stock to our roux and onion mixture. About 2 cups of chicken stock, I'd say. Cook that up. Yeah, it's starting to smell good already. Look at there. How's that look? And to that we're going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Calls for like 2 tablespoons, but I like it, so I'll put quite a bit of Lee and Perrons. And I'm going to put a little bit of Slap Your Mama hot sauce because I like it, and I like it so much I'm almost out of it. And that's that. Mix that up. Don't that look good already and smells divine. Now let's throw in our crawfish. Now I got only the best Boudreaux's crawfish from Walmart. And if you can explain to me why Walmart has to get crawfish that come all the way from China and are processed by a company out of Louisiana. Well, I already know why. It's because of money. Money rules the world. That's why. So there's our crawfish. Now you tell me, when you get a bite of that soup, is there going to be a piece of crawfish in the spoon? You better believe it. Not like that stuff I got the other day at Voodoo Barbecue. I shouldn't run them down because their brisket is amazing. It's wonderful. But there wasn't no crawfish in their soup. I could tell you that right now. And I knew that when I made mine, there'd be some crawfish in every bite. Okay, so we're going to simmer that a while. Let that simmer for a little while. Then we're going to add some chicken stock. And no, we've already added chicken stock. We got to add cream to it. And then we're going to simmer it a while longer. And then I'll bring you right back. And it'll be done at that point. So let me go get a beer. I got a very special beer for myself today. So please stay tuned. Let's drink a beer and finish this off. Oh, there's the Frosty Root Boy mug. And there's my favorite beer of all time. Lagunitas Censored. Rich copper ale brewed in California. And this beer can't be beat. This is my favorite beer, bar none. Bar none. It's my favorite of all time. It's got a beautiful copper color to it. It's got wonderful flavor of, you can smell the grapefruit. And I don't know what all else they brew in it. But I'll tell you what. That's my favorite beer of all time. Look at that. Look at the head on that beautiful lacy head. Better stir my bisque. I'm talking about the beer and the bisque is going to burn. So let me quaff the froth off of that. I already know what it's going to taste like. It's the best ever. Wow. That's got such a great flavor. Beautiful. You can taste tones of all kinds of stuff in there. Mostly it's kind of a citrus flavor, kind of a grapefruity flavor, but that's the best beer ever. I can't say enough good things about that. Let's finish off this bisque. It's been simmering for a while. All we got to do is add about 3 cups of half and half to it. And then simmered a little while longer. That's about 3 cups. What do you think? We're going to stir that up. I've lightened it up a lot. There's my crawfish bisque. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't that pretty? We're going to cook that down a bit. Just simmer it down. You got that onion in there. You take away my onions, I can't cook. I can't cook if you take away my onions. There's my crawfish bisque. It's done. And I got a beautiful Lagunitas Censored to drink. I told you the story of that beer, right? They wanted to call it the Chronic, but the beer council overruled them. Oh, excuse me. Look at the beautiful color of that. That's the best beer I've ever had, bar none. Ah, I could drink that all day. All day. And you drink your Budweiser and your Natural Light and that other crap. And more power to you. You get a taste of my seafood bisque, some of that beer, and I got some nice crusty bread I'm going to serve with that. You're talking about some good eating. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like this crap. And come back next week. I don't know what we're going to do yet. It'll be something good, I promise you. Anyway, catch you next week. Bye-bye.